Hello visuals and welcome back to the Visual Guy podcast featuring, after 2 weeks missing, Chris has been out with an injury. He's been out with a sideline injury. He hasn't really. He's been growing up. No, 1 week was a miscommunication and the other week was a grown up.
Yes.
Yes. Because I sat there, as Chris coming out before the football. It was like 10 minutes before kickoff. I'm like, where's this motherfucker at? And then last week, he's all settled in, moved to a new house. This is, don't worry, I said bear with us, Chris, so when I say this, don't worry, just relax, because I'm going to chuck it out there, because I want to get it done with now, actually, to be fair, and do it all. This is going to be a small, minuscule, just what if was caught, and then we're going to have a good catch-up rambly on bit. Okay. Because Chris has just informed me, so yeah, so welcome to a somewhat kind of not really a review of thingy, but then we're going to go to my and Chris's usual shenanigans spiel on, because I haven't seen you in 2 weeks. I'm sure there's a couple of things for you to fill me in with. And I thought we'll just fill it all together. And I can't stop sweating, mate. I honestly can't stop sweating. It's been a pets at home.
You do look like sweat.
Unless I'm dying. And I've had a shower. I was just right. I don't know. You've just seen me there. I was as cool as I was, right as rain, just having a nice stroll.
You have got like a sweaty forehead, galore.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to have a fucking another shower. Brand new PJs on. Anyway, right, I'll get it out there quickly. Chris hasn't watched, the last 3 episodes of What If?
Yes.
Because of technical difficulties or some shit.
Well, like I said, with moving, I had to, cancel one contract at one house, wait for it to get put on in another house.
All the switchy over internet
But then I couldn't figure out, I couldn't put it on at this house because of broadband issues. So
Didn't you say the internet was going to be shit at the new house?
There was no, Sky couldn't provide me internet.
Who have you gone with?
I have had to buy a BT 4G Wi-Fi box. To be fair, you prefer that here.
Is it better, like?
Oh yeah, I think I'm getting more speed than what you are probably. I'm in the sticks.
PlusNet is fucking. Well, I don't know if it's PlusNet or if it's just the whatever it is. The internet here is. I mean, I can stream and all that shit.
Let's just have a look what your internet speed is now, right?
Yeah, because if I was to upload through my internet, you're talking 8 hours or some shit.
You're looking at about 12 to 13.
Right. And what you got over there?
I'm between 30 and 40.
So that's a fucking massive difference.
Just,
if you're between 30 and 40.
And this is you just it's just all on a SIM.
Yeah. It's all on a SIM, like a SIM card.
Because I haven't got a BT connection.
Right.
Because because where I'm at.
Yeah.
So I've had to buy this EE box.
Uh-huh.
I've not got EE. I've not had to buy it, but I've had to get a contract out with EE. It's like a Wi-Fi box. You just plug it in your mains, like a normal plug. Yeah. Stick the SIM card in the back and stick it in the window, and that's it.
Would you have to top it up or something, or what?
No, it's contract.
Right.
So I'm paying. Well, they've all depend on what you want. I'm paying £55 a month for mine, but that's unlimited downloads and all that stuff. If I want to up the ante and get higher speeds, I can for £100. They'll put an aerial on my roof, and that'll give me. Like I said, at the minute I'm getting 30 and 40, it'll be 120. Anything around 100, 120.
And that's for one-off payment of 100, or you have to pay 100 a month?
No, just a one-off payment. Just for someone to come out and install the antenna.
And you just carry on paying you 55. That doesn't sound that bad, to be fair.
Like I said, there is cheaper ones, there is cheaper options.
Because, plus the price is fine. I think, what is it? 17 quid or some shit a month. But yeah, I mean, I can stream and that alright, but when it comes to uploading videos or whatever, fuck me, it's not shit.
Because they brought it out, what the guy in the shop was telling me, they brought it out like a year before lockdown. Yeah. And this hub I've got now, it's for more businesses than else. Alright. But during lockdown, obviously people couldn't go out of the house, so people wanting internet in and all that stuff. And because they become so popular, they started selling this to the public. And it's just blown up. Oh, wow. Everyone's getting rid of the phone lines and Skies and whatever else.
I was about to say, because I have the phone line, and I don't use the phone.
They're just getting this now.
Yeah, that might be a better option then.
And like I say, EE is also run with BT.
Well, doesn't BT own all the internet or some shit like that? And then they rent it off them.
But these two seem to be closer than any other network, apparently. It's fucking brilliant.
Oh well. But anyway, what led us on to that conversation was Chris wasn't able to watch What If. So he's behind on the zombie. If in fact, if you look behind you, you'll have zombie cap on there. He's back right. We only need 2 more of them to complete the whole set. We bought There's 12 to collect. We bought 14 packets. We've only had 2 doubles.
It's okay.
That's fucking mint. Obviously, you wouldn't have seen Spider-Man and Cloak of Levitation yet. And who else did you say you were missing? And obviously the newest episode 4, which was a great episode because, again, I'm not going to spoil it for anybody, so there'll be no spoilers, don't worry. Because Chris, dogs getting eaten. Chris is getting eaten. No, he was out there chilling, and all of a sudden he ran in and just charged at you.
I know.
Optimus Prime.
I went out fire.
Naughty little Autobot. Look at me fucking. He broke fucking picture frame yesterday. I know he made fucking air glass everywhere. But no, see this newest episode because eventually there's going to be some sort of what if team up thingy. And it's getting close because of how this one ended. This one was a fucking mint ending, but this one was a nice fun one as well. It was all about 4 just partying because it was called What If 4 Was an Only Child. You do see Loki in that in it, but again, I won't tell you the spoilers and shit. But it was so much fun. It was mint. Loads of other people coming in blasts from the past and 4 just going on partying and shit. It was mint, but in the end's like, what fuck? Because the watcher with each episode has been getting closer and closer and closer and closer. And oh my god, it's a great episode, and I think you'll find enjoy it. The zombies one was mint. The zombies one was maybe my favourite one, just because it was so much fun seeing like Falcon fly ahead, but all zombified and shit, and it's just mint. It was so much fun.
I will catch up now.
And again, that one ended with a big oh shit, which you'll see.
Oh shit!
There's a certain somebody comes all zombified, and you're like fuck. Which is just cool as fuck. And the Killmonger one was mint because that one ended with a question mark of itself of like, oh, how are they going to continue that then? Because it ends with a certain, again, you'll see it all. But it was really freaking cool. So that, the episode was fun and amazing. That's your review done, dusted. Now we're just going to have a good catch up. I'm still going to use the thumbnail and shit. I don't give a fuck. But there's been 2 weeks since I've seen you. What else has happened, Chris?
I've moved.
I've moved house. Has Ozzy settled in?
Slowly getting there.
Has he settled in with stairs?
Yeah, no.
Well, he conquered these stairs after a fucking one try, didn't he? So, should be fine.
I'm mostly downstairs. Every time I go upstairs is when I go to bed. But when I go to bed, he's in bed.
Yeah,
so
maybe he doesn't need to conquer the stairs.
Maybe he doesn't need to.
Well, obviously, I partaked in a wedding that just recently happened, which was all right. It was just not my fucking scene. That's it. I mean, I had a good giggle. I met a couple there that were fucking hilarious. They were unreal. I can't remember the fucking names now.
I can't remember. Ian's side or her side?
I think one was Ian's mate and one was her friend, but they were a couple. Yeah. They were sound as fuck. I spent most of the night with them. It was a proper big giggle. It was fucking awkward though. See with the rings.
So what did you do?
No, so they say like, can the best man present the rings? I went up. Boom, stood on Sarah's dress. I was like, no! But before that, they had this little box. It was a beautiful little box. I don't know what it was, like a bag thing in it with the rings. But I pushed them too far down. And obviously, I've got little Richmond sausage fingers. I can't. Jesus Christ, I'm sitting there with the ring and I'm like, Ian, I can't fucking get it out, Ian. You have to come over and pop it up. No, to be fair, that was fucking. It was a really nice day and stuff. It's just me being I can't be sent to. I don't know if you've seen the pictures that Ian's put up of me. There's like trying to get nice pictures and I'm just laughing and doing all my normal shit. But fucking Ian was blubbering. The ceremony started and I was like, oh my god. Started fucking, not proper blubbering, but like, oh. Just because it's nice. My mate was proper happy because obviously his dad unfortunately had a stroke, didn't he? His 3rd stroke. They weren't sure if he could make it to the wedding, so he had to turn up in a wheelchair. He started blubbering because he was proper happy. It was all happy blubbering, but it was just heartbreaking to see everybody fucking thinking. And Ian started doing his speech and his hands shaking, and he again started blubbering, saying his nice things. But all nice blubbering. It was fucking amazing. And fuck knows who told the DJ my name. They had a singer, and he was going, "Where's Dan the man?" And I'm like, "Me." And I'm like, Ian, how does he know my name? Oh, I told him there's a homeless lad here. They get all through the night. Come on, Dan, get up here, Dan. They did this Mr. and Mrs. game with like dirty questions. It's like, oh, Dan, did you write these? And I'm like, what is your fucking problem? I've done fuck all. But it went silent for a while. There's no one dancing. I was like, what does anybody want? And I was like, fucking Men in Black. And he put it on. And everyone's like, go on, then you have to dance. I'm like, what the fuck? So they get danced to Men in Black on my Todd. But people did join us, to be fair. But no, it was fun. I managed to skive off and watch the football and shit. Have a giggle, met loads of random people. And like I said, the speech was a bit mad because I had a few really inappropriate shit about stuff. and there's just like little kids everywhere with their crayons.
Did you mention his chickens?
See, I wanted to mention the chickens. It was the first thing though. Everyone thought this was a joke. My first thing I said was, I'm going to get this over and done with quickly because I'm fucking hungry. But that wasn't a joke. I was going, ha ha ha, and I'm like, I'm being serious. I'm fucking starving. And loads of people left this chocolate cake there because we had afternoon tea, creamy tea. I never had tea in my afternoon tea. They had these little chocolate cakes. I'm sat there and I'm like, right, it's got jam, it's got fucking raisin. I don't like any of that. I'm like, you've got chocolate cake, you've got chocolate cake, you've got chocolate. I'll give it to 10 minutes. No one's in it. I'm like, it's mine. It's mine. Just got like, it was fucking lovely chocolate cake. But it was nice. It was fun. But I think the next time I do a wedding, ideally, fingers crossed, unless it's for anybody super important in my life, anybody else super important in my life, like Beale or yourself or Andy or whatever, I'd like to just be a spectator.
Yeah.
I'd like to be... Because it's not that I didn't want a thingy or anything. It was amazing. It was awesome. It's just, I felt so... Because everybody's expecting all this adult shit and being grown up and grown-up conversations, and I'm just like, there's fuck all Pokestops around here. I'm just trying to check there's no Pokemon. I'm like, what? But nah, it was like, fucking see that up there? See what Ian got us? He got his little gift bag. Can you tell where that is?
I swear, man.
Yeah, but so when I got to Ian's house, he had these gift bags for the best man and 2 of the other groomsmen people. Inside it was a pocket watch. I was like, oh my fucking god, I'm going to stand on a train track now and just... Oh, mate, it's a little... It says Dan and that is fucking mint. He gave us some Captain America cufflinks, which I was allowed to wear. I was like, no. I was like, you can wear them if you want. It's like, get in. So I'm fucking walking around. I'm sat there at the thing at the top and I keep going to be. I'm like, I'm pure buzzing. And they give us that. And it's fucking me because this is like the wedding day, Dan Gordon that. And if you look carefully inside of it, it also says, like I can point it out, it says, keep on keeping on. I'm like, what the fuck? That is mint. And as well, he had a card with a fucking beautiful writ out message. And it's got a Batman symbol on it. It's the same. It says like Daniel Gordon, keep on keeping on and all this kind of shit. It's fucking gorgeous. And so no, overall it was fun. It was cool, but I would like to have... I just don't like people being overprotective with kids. I mean, protect your kids from pedos and shit, but I mean, swear words. Because like, as soon as I mentioned the strip club once, because obviously we went to a strip club years ago for Network 4 Works Day, just saw the parents like, I'm like, let's leave all this shit then, you know? It was
So how did you counteract it then?
I just went on with my other jokes. It was, how can I remember my speech? Obviously, because my mum was being a right ditch. She was like, you need to thank the bridesmaids and the dad and that. I was like, I don't know any of them. I've never met them. How can I thank you for just meeting me? But so I tried to, say, oh, I'm glad you look amazing, Sarah. You look amazing. Glad everyone's here and that. Said a couple of proper shit jokes about how, like, me and Ian, 2 grown men, going into Asda to get Pokemon cards, and ha ha ha, grandma get Pokemon cards. Saying shit like watching Ian when he was spewing violently on Botchagate. That was one of the best times of my life. I mentioned the eye contact whilst we're both getting a lap dance. We get a lap dance, but we're just staring at each other. It was weird as fuck. I just mentioned a few of it, and like the dad went on for far too long, and he was steaming throughout the day. And I think he was getting on loads of people's nerves. So as I was thanking everybody, I got to him and I went, "You're all right." And everyone was like, "Ah!" And I just thought, "Right, that's a big laugh there. We'll leave it there. Thank you, everybody. Sit down." So I kind of winged it a little bit, but I don't know. It was fun. I did grow up shit. Next time, let's make it a funeral, okay? Next time we'll make it a funeral. No, not for anybody. Like, I don't want anyone to actually die. We'll just turn up to a funeral because at least no one expects. Well, obviously you can have a few jokes, but most of you have to say, "Yes, they were a lovely person, and you did this. Rest in peace."
Yeah, but funerals are just like... Do you need one? They're not going to know you fucking do.
Somebody mentioned this at work the other day. They mentioned funerals. Says, to be honest, mate, I really don't give a shit because it's not going to be my problem. Like, I'm going to be the one that's dead. Somebody else is going to have to dispose of the body.
I've said this to my law. I says, if I die, just throw me in the fucking river or something.
Yeah, I'm not... Yeah, whatever. We'll get off that subject anyway. I don't want to talk about doom and gloom and death. Well, did I tell you the story about Luke's bumhole?
No.
Well, not his bumhole per se. Lad at work, right? There's no real indication whether or not this story is true, but he was the one that said it. So I'm like, if you've said this story, it's not a story you make up because you look like a freak.
Is he a freak anyhow?
Yeah. Right, the story goes, he was walking around on a back shift and he kept saying, "Hey, would you tongue punch your fart box?" Obviously that means lick out an arsehole. But he kept saying to everybody. And then he's away with James, and they're pouring on the concrete table. James come back, and I heard the table turn off, and that James come out giggling. He's like, "You guess what he's just told me?" And I was like, "What?" And apparently, when Luke went to the Newcastle West Ham game, start of the season, they went to a prostitute. I shouldn't really say his name actually, because it's quite embarrassing, but fuck it.
We even with his surname, and they got no.
Yeah, they went. They went to a prostitute, and he paid £70 for 15 minutes of her time. Apparently he couldn't get a hard on, so he just asked if he could lick her butthole.
Okay.
As if that's the first thing you go to. So he paid 70 quid just to tongue punch a fart box for 15 minutes. Because how awkward would that be? Because I've had one experience with a prostitute, and that was at the was this? I can't remember what film it was. Cinema. Come out, and she asked us like, "I know, I'm sorry, I'm going to cinema." Fuck that. She come out the Ibis Hotel. So you do your thing with a prostitute. You get there, right? You find out your soldier's not working. So the first thing you do is, especially with him, googly eyes and specky, so he's like that, and you just go, "Well, can I lick your bum?" So why is that the first thing you go to? Because obviously there's still other shit you could, even if you just sat and motorboated for a little bit. 15 minutes, 70 quid, bumhole lick. Is it worth it? I don't think so.
No.
Yeah, and he was the one that confessed this story, so...
Maybe it is true then.
I'm hoping he's just done it for a shock value story to get a few laughs.
But if you've said he's a freak, then it wouldn't surprise me that he has done it now you've said that.
He's a strange character. He's mint at the same time, because you will not got a barrel of laughs like him. See when you do shit like, see when you're messing around, because at work we always chuck stones at each other and that whatever. And I, like if you go and you chuck a stone at him or something, go chucky glove at him, or he always goes, "Are you thick?" Or "Are you a mong?" And you're like, why is that your reaction? So he chucks at me, "Are you thick?" It's a fucking twat. Like, I actually have a football bet on with him today. Fingers crossed we win. What are you destroying?
See, I don't have any of this colleague communication because basically I just like, I see them for like 5 minutes, if that, in the morning, load the vans, and then they fuck off. I load my van, and I fuck off. So the only time I get to react with people is when I'm doing a delivery.
That's it.
And that's it.
I don't think customers are going to tell you their weird ass stories.
No.
I think that my boss just loves to employ the weird of the weird. We've got Geordie at work, constantly trying to get started on by a little 17-year-old.
Oh, wow.
Well, we went bowling ages ago, and he was trying to be funny with Geordie, and Geordie was like, "I'm not going to fight the kid." But anyway, the night progressed, and he says, "Well, come on then." The young lad basically bagged his ass, but then he keeps coming to work, and I'm just like, "Listen, what the fuck? What the fudge?" Fucking on a darker side, obviously the stabbing that happened the other day. It was good pals with the lad James that I got to work with, the lad that picks me up and that. They went for a vigil at Thingy Park. Man, that's fucked up.
It just shows what Carlisle's getting like now.
It's fucking mad, because I don't know if you've heard the full... Well, I don't know.
I don't know what the crack is. I don't
know the full story. They told me...
Is the drugs involved or something?
I don't think so. Do you know what I've heard? I don't know if this is true. This is what my mate, who was mates with this lad's, told me. That he was... The guy who unfortunately got stabbed and died, who I didn't personally know, he was following the other guy's missus on Instagram. He's been following her for years. I followed Jack's people on Instagram. I didn't fucking know. I probably follow countless people's birds just because I've just followed loads of people to try and get the Visual Guy thumbnails out there. Yeah. Apparently kicked off over that, and the lad who unfortunately got stabbed beat him in a fight. They had a pagger. He beat him. A couple of hours later, the lad who got battered come back and unfortunately stabbed him, and then fucked off. And now there's obviously they've released the pictures of the manhunt starting now. So it's. But again, there might be more. I have no idea. I'm just going off what my mate said. But the point was, I was bringing it up, was the fact that they had fucking what sounded like fucking hundreds upon hundred people at the park near where he lived. They were letting off like candles and all that kind of shit. And he apparently loved motorbikes, and you're not allowed motorbikes in that park. But they had loads of motorbikes going around. I thought, for people that know him and shit, that must have been fairly fucking dope. Like I said, I'm not going to sit there and be like, "Oh, it's not," because I don't know the guy.
I didn't know him.
I couldn't believe it when my mate picked us up. He was like, "I need to try and get away from work." I was like, "Why? What's up?" And he went, "Oh, my best mate's got stabbed on the weekend." I was like, "Why the fuck are you even in work?" Oh, that's just fucking mad. But no, yeah. So life's been fucking weird. I've tried to be a grown up, and I've heard about bumholes being tongue punched a bit too much.
Enough. I've also been a grown up, moved. That's slowly getting there. Still got a couple of bits and bobs to do, but it's nice and quiet.
Nice and quiet.
Nice and quiet.
But you're closer, aren't you? You're closer, yeah.
Except I'm just up road from you. But it's like I just get in from work, open the back door, right, go on us, and we just. He runs up and down.
Me and B will dive up. She's on about going to Cockermouth Food Festival tomorrow, but I'm off on Monday. I'm getting tattooed though. I think Andy's starting a Spider-Man for us. We'll dive up. But we can maybe dive up on the way home, tomorrow from Cockermouth Food Festival. Mm-hmm. If you're in, that is. Well, make sure you're in.
I'll be waiting for that.
Because we're taking Optimus out with us. Mint. So there you go. That's your 2 weeks gap kind of filled in, I guess. Oh my god! And I'll mention it in the film. How mint's that, by the way? Been found that for me. And as the zombified Black Panther. It's fucking class. Who else did I get that you just missed out on? Oh, you would have seen that table you dropped off. I got the big Carnage for the new Let There Be Carnage with Venom. I got both of the mini Funkos at the front and that. Fucking Mum was like, "Oh, what are you going to put on that?" I was like, "Loads of cool shit. More reason to buy shit." Oh, you got any money for some shit? I'm skint, Mum. Why? Because I've just filled that table with cool shit. Funkos and whatnot, being a dick. But there we go. Okay, fair enough. We'll leave it there because anyway, we've only got we've got a bit of time. We've got entertainment news to. I don't know if have we got jokes to go through because obviously, there's a couple of weeks missed. I did do a mini one anyway, which I'll bring up the things because I've got a question to ask you about shit.
Yeah, there's some stuff I'll bet now released. I can get into more information about them and whatnot. But yeah. Right,
we're at the end of their visuals. That was a nice little catch up with me and Chris / a not real review, but honestly, mate, the end of this episode you'll fucking love. Visuals, thank you so much for giving you a give on.
And as always, love you, bye.